We've run into a problem. Our memory is short and useless. We do dumb things over and over, keep doing dumb things, and then wonder, why isn't anything working? Why is my life such a mess? Because we don't learn from our mistakes. And we don't learn from our mistakes because we don't feel. We operate from the head, from fear, from inertia, from messed up priorities, values, and dependencies. We move from that damn obsession with being proper. When we're not ready to lose, not ready to die, not ready to let go, we fucking die anyway. We degrade and become poor. Because the ability to let go is how you level up. The ability to let go is how you move up a grade. The ability to die means the ability to be reborn, to become more successful and more effective. And when you identify yourself with your car, your business, your education, your trophies, the words you once said, that's the moment you start dying. Your cells go limp, you get old and sick, so we don't identify with anything. We separate from mom, we switch fast, we admit where, whom and how we judge, we acknowledge that it's wrong, we wish them love, and then we ask, what can we do to be successful and realized? I'll tell you this, when we all start thinking, speaking, and acting creatively, the world will change to hell and gone completely. For one simple reason, because we're moving into novelty, into growth, into creation. I used to ask people who came to see me and then got better after just one session, how much time did you spend thinking you're healthy? The answer, never. I kept thinking about the illness and how sick of it I was. If you want to be successful, don't think about getting rich. Enjoy the process you're in. Get real pleasure from the actions you take. And remember, the foundation of your life is that the people who use your services or simply interact with you also enjoy it. That doesn't mean you pander or put up with people. You stay real, sincere, open, kind, and with a sense of humor, and you remain yourself. With your own opinion, your own stance, your own feeling. Yes, you carry love. Yes, you give thanks. But you go where you need and want to go, with a clear sense of your values, your priorities, and your interests. What limits us is only our thinking, the permission matrix in our head. The head's just a tool to interface with the outside world because we actually perceive information with the gut. Why do you think the short-lived serotonin, only about 10% is produced in the brain and around 90% in the gut? Ever notice there are far fewer neurons in the spinal cord than in the gut, which supposedly does nothing but absorb food and push it along? So here's our task today, to recognize ourselves as women and men, to accept ourselves as we are. Yes, we may have a ton of flaws. Yes, our ancestors can push through us from every crack. Our job is to remove guilt, pity, duty, and the victim mindset. Build an inner backbone, know where we're going, measure how much kindness we have, and grow it. And a key point, drop the rush and enjoy the process whenever you're creating something. The moment you start pandering and enduring, you become the most toxic person in the room. Because pandering and endurance are worse than turning on pride, vanity, and pretending to be what you're not. When you become a state, a process, a sense of enjoyment, when you don't identify with anything besides I am a man, I am a woman, when you can switch fast, and when you don't exaggerate or diminish, your desires start coming true in full. And I love how the internet gets all puffed up, telling stories about Ford, the IKEA founder Buffett, how great they are, or about Zuckerberg walking around in ripped jeans. Folks, those are functions. Decide whether you want to be a function or not. If you keep watching those videos where clearly unhealthy, envious, bitter, pretentious people tell you that some rich guy wears $15 sneakers, a $10 tee and a $5 cap, while some poor guy buys sneakers for $30, a tee for $100, a jacket for $200, what kind of nonsense is that person feeding you? And you watch it, you eat it up. Remember this, every single time you level up, you have to fucking change everything. I'm serious. You gotta change your sneakers, your jeans, your t-shirts, even the damn mugs you drink your coffee from. That is, if you actually want to grow. Now, if your whole plan is to just hoard cash, stuffing it under the mattress or in some low-yield savings account or in some sketchy bank that's gonna go belly up and wipe you out, or let the suits and the system just gamble it all away, that's a whole different story. That's a fail. But if you're going to actually match your new financial reality, your new tax bracket, then every time you hit that next level, you change. You, personally. And when you change, you upgrade your barber to a better one. You upgrade your car to a better one. You upgrade your house to a better one. You upgrade your watch to a better one. This isn't just for show. This is not keeping up with the Joneses. It's because, damn it, your energy is different now. But if you're out here serving Lucifer, you know, you're loaded, but you're still walking around in those ripped jeans, preaching all that fake, humble nonsense, it's because you don't feel anything. It's because you know that money isn't really yours. You're LARPing as poor. Here's the hack. When you start buying the best, or just buying what you truly love and you actually enjoy it, you vibe with it, you will grow. Stop being a hater. If you stop envying and judging other people's success, you will grow. If you can pivot fast, show up like a pro every single time, and actually love the work you're doing, and then just surrender the results to God or the universe, whatever you call it. He decides what the result is, not you. That's when you'll smoothly slide into what's called real financial success and wealth. If you keep focusing on degenerates, scammers, and manipulators trying to twist arms with their sales funnels and make people buy shit they don't even need, the first thing you'll get is disappointment. Inside, you'll feel ashes, the burnt-out remains of your soul, because your base is pleasure, the genuine kind. The pleasure other people get from interacting with you because you are valued. You radiate love and kindness. You treat others the way you want to be treated. But at the same time, you stay aware of who that person is and how sincere they are. Which means keep your distance from those who steal, lie, and gossip until you reach the level where your energy naturally filters them out or knocks them away the moment they come close, or transforms them if you've reached that holy level. One more thing. In this world, we can't change anyone. The best we can do is create favorable conditions for a person to change. It's 50-50. If they really want to, maybe it'll happen. If not, it won't. But if you decide to fix someone who doesn't want to change, you never will. What you will lose is your success, your luck, your health, your effectiveness, and you'll turn into a dull, inert person with no life force. So here's my point. If you want to be financially successful, remember the first and main rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated, but also factor in who they are, what they do in life, and what their values are. Our task is to attract our likeness, but likeness requires honesty, identifying only with the state of I am a man, I am a woman, and watching where things go right or wrong in us. And every time something goes right or wrong, we give thanks, fill it with love, and admit our genuine inner state about what's happening. If you're angry, anxious, worried, then be angry, be anxious, be worried. Admit it, feel it with love, and let it go. Don't suppress anger, resentment, aggression, hatred, or depression. And don't pretend you're all sweet and fluffy.